Leader of the opposition in Trinidad. What we'll do is we'll have a little something to eat because I know a lot of us have been on the road most of the day, so we'll eat and then we'll go inside the chambers for formal presentation. So we'll do some formal things. But you know, you just came in and you've been out on the road and many of you have passed your lunch time by a couple of hours. So we'll eat and then we'll
Thanks to you as well, and to all your viewers out there.
You know, you're in Lauderhill.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Lauderhill is sister city to Falmouth, Jamaica. Are you familiar with Falmouth?
Of course I am. But Lauderhill is also sister city to Chaguanas in Trinidad. So we're sisters.
True.
True. Yes.
We're developing the Bob Marley School in Falmouth. And that's why we're here in Lauderhill, bringing our culture to Lauderhill and taking some of Lauderhill culture to Falmouth. So you are now the leader of the opposition in
Trinidad. That is so I am.
What's the name of your party?
My party is the United National Congress, UNC, yes.
Okay. And you're up against Patrick Manning?
Of course I am, yes.
What
has become very interesting is last week he addressed his party faithful in his party's convention. Our elections are not due for 2 years, and he was addressing his party faithful at the PM convention, and he says, if Superior wants elections, I will give her elections. I am now calling on everyone to put in their nominations by April 6th. Of course, I'm the MP of Superior, so I've been repeatedly calling for an election, and this is 2 years before time. I think that's a major victory if we can get him to stick to his word to call that election within the next month or two. So that's what when I answered him, I was at my party's rally, and I heard of it from the radio speaking at his party. I said, okay, Mr. Manning, my answer to you is bring it on, don't back back. Don't back back. It's Barro's words. Don't back back at all. Yes, because the country is in a state of crisis. But come back to Jamaica, of course, I lived in Jamaica, as you know, for 14 years of my life.
Where in Jamaica?
Of course in Kingston, at the university, as a student there. And then I taught at the St. Andrews Girls' School, college, and I started lecturing at the University of Jamaica. So my husband was in the medical school, and we just love the place so much. We stayed.
Most Caribbean leaders are graduates of the University of West Indies.
The new generation of Caribbean leaders are from the Caribbean University of the West Indies. The older generation were from the foreign universities, but Mr. Manning, of course, Gonzalez, they're both from graduates of UE.
Yes.
It's difficult speaking with you. I don't look there to look at you. I don't know this.
No, I can't look at the camera.
Or look at him.
No, there's the camera. We find, like me, being a Rastafari in Jamaica, who don't see the both political parties in Jamaica serving the people, because only 40% of the people in Jamaica vote for the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think that is the case in Trinidad, or you have a good voter turnout?
Well, you've always wanted to be better, but it is not as low as the 40%. It is higher than the 40%, and I'm hoping in this election that we can get a greater voter turnout, because there's a lot of people are very keen on removing the present regime. A high voter turnout means good for us. It's good, and it's good for the democracy.
What's your take on corruption in Trinidad?
The corruption issues have gone too far. I was just speaking to a colleague here from Deputy Mayor,
Vice Mayor,
and I was saying Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago, both, we do not have campaign financing legislation, and I think that is a very important something which I would like to see in Trinidad. Of course, I'm sure the Jamaicans would like to see the same, but when you come to corruption, that is very, very important, campaign finance.
Do you think it's because of the UE graduates why corruption is so rampant amongst all of you?
I don't think so. That's why he's saying that. Yeah. So I think it's just being facetious, but quite honestly, you know what I think? The World Bank, the World Bank statistics, the World Bank, these are the same thing about me.
About me. So you ask it.
Yeah, you evaluate. So you're provocative. First, I will go provocative with you too. The World Bank statistics show very clearly where you have a woman as a leader, the corruption is lower. So go.
Even Portia?
Well, I would hope so, but Portia didn't get to stay long enough.
Sure, she didn't get her mandate.
She didn't get to stay long enough, and we learned from what happened in Jamaica. I intend to stay much longer when it is that we have our election elected. But back to the issue of corruption in our countries, I think it's because there's a lack of strong legislation. Indeed, when we were in government last month, we had tabled in the bill an amendments to our prevention of corruption law. We went out of office and it just lay there. I'm going to dust it out and bring it back on.
Sure.
Very strong piece of legislation, anti-corruption legislation. Indeed, when I return from this trip, the government is not prepared to believe what I'm going to do. File it in the Parliament as a private member's bill. And if they don't do it, when we form the next government, we will put it in place.
Trinidad is now dumping a lot of sweet beverages on the island and giving our children a lot of agitation to commit crime. How are you looking at curbing all the sweet stuff coming out of Trinidad, like Buster and all those stuff?
Sugar producer, man.
Yeah. Well, you see the sugar contributing to the crime, huh? The high sugar levels in the south.
The chicken do that with the steroids.
Of course. Well, those are issues certainly we will consider, sir.
How about racism in Trinidad, we Indians and black people?
Yes, it is still there, but I think what is happening now, tribal politics is giving away to survival politics. Because where people once before with the tribal politics, everybody's suffering. It doesn't matter which ethnic group, which religion, everybody's suffering from the problems we have.
You guys
so I'm seeing that will give way. Party politics must give way to people politics now. And the tribal ethnic voting patterns must give way to survival.
Rastafari, you gonna stop trim Rasta in Trinidad?
We have never done. Indeed, when I was Minister of Education, it was something that I made sure did not happen. There were cases that I dealt with where the schools had asked for it to be done, and I intervened to prevent it.
All right, man. Thank you for talking to us. And
thank you very much.
School for the Arts.
Of course.
Bob Marley School Television.
Have you ever heard me speak from 20 years back? I've said that Bob Marley is my best personal singer. His songs inspired me. I used them in my campaign. I just need to be inspired. So go with your school.
Would you accept him as a hero in Trinidad?
He is a hero, I think, around the world. He's a hero. The world.
Don't go nowhere.
War and violence, we really don't need ya. Make we sing and chant together. For the youth them done the war, them a push it further, further. We don't know who they are and them we never heard of. But tonight, no fuss nor fight. Let's get together and all unite. Oh my, Jenny love me I deal with forever. So Jenny love ya me brother, yeah, forever and ever. Jenny love ya me sister, yeah, forever and ever. Oh no, and go so when me say love me, mean that from me heart. God alone, and he run not stop chant. No future dead, be hungry and watch. The rich up and the ill not stop come from France. The greatest thing we have love in your heart. Make sure you're the Almighty God now go part. People do your things that make you have wicked thoughts. But from it wicked this we just can't. Oh no, to the youth them done the war, them a push it further. Oh God, we don't know who they are, and then they never